Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me using most of the products that were featured in my last video, which was if I could only keep one product from each category. And I have been wearing my glasses all morning and now I am not, so my eyes feel really weird from like this the whole video because I can't see anything. You know why. I'm going to pull my hair back and let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with my eyes, and for today's eyeshadow look, I am going to, of course, be using my Urban Decay Naked Heat eyeshadow palette. Coconut. I am priming my eyelids with the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer in the shade Fair. And I'm going to blend that out and set it down with my Maybelline Fit Me setting powder in the shade Fair as well. My cat is literally right there. He's gonna jump. Going on. Buddy. Yeah, don't do it. There's not really that much room for you. The smell? He's sniffing a very specific spot on my mirror. We're going to go ahead and get started on the eyeshadow. So the first shade that I'm going to go in with is this one right here, which is called Sauced. And I am going to blend that into the crease and kind of blow it out everywhere. This is a really pretty light transition color. It is honestly pretty neutral, which is a little, I want to say, surprising for this palette, because this palette is obviously very warm toned. Do you guys remember when this palette came out? Or maybe it was when the like mini Naked Heat palette came out, and Nicole Richie did a bunch of videos with influencers. Was that a fever dream? Did that actually happen? That was a really weird thing that happened. Next, I am going to mix the two shades called He Devil and Cayenne. This one is Cayenne and this one is He Devil, and I'm going to mix those two together and blend them a little bit lower in the crease. Cayenne is my favorite shade from this palette. I don't know what it is, but the tone is so pretty, and I feel like every time I use this palette I end up using Cayenne. Now I'm going to go back in with the first big fluffy brush that I used and blend over everything that I've already done. And now I'm going to take a smaller blending brush and I'm going to take the shade En Fuego, which is this really deep burnt red color, and I'm going to apply that to the outer corner. Using the same brush, I'm going to dip into a tiny bit of Ashes, which is this really dark, warm-toned brown that is right next to En Fuego. And I'm going to use that just in the outer corner, but really close to the lash line, just to add a little bit more definition. I'm going to blend it up just a little bit, and that's really all I'm going to do. And then for the lid color, I'm going to take my favorite shimmer from the palette, which is, ooh, I just dug into Sauced. I'm going to take my favorite shimmer shadow, which is the shade right here, which is called Scorched. It is a terracotta shimmer, but it has like silver glitters in it, and it is the most like intense of all the shimmer shades in this palette. And I'm going to be using that on a flat brush to start, and I'm going to press that into the empty space on my lid. So sorry for the background noise. My boyfriend woke up and he's in the room next to me watching memes. This is such a beautiful shimmer shade. It's not super in your face, but it is so reflective and gorgeous. I feel like when you have silver glitters and not even glitter, just silver shimmer in any sort of eyeshadow, it gives such a gorgeous reflective look to it, and having a gold shimmer just makes it a little bit more soft. And I love both. There's a time and a place for both, but this color is gorgeous. I'm going back in with a little bit more of just cayenne and blending the edges of Scorched. I love really good blown out, really warm toned eyeshadow look. I'm going back in with this big fluffy brush, blending over those edges with no extra product on the blush. On the brush. Now I'm going to go back in with my little finger and press some more Scorched onto the lid very gently, and I'm going to kind of like blend it out with my finger too, so I don't have to go back in with another blending brush. Taking a touch of Enfuego, and this time I'm going to mix it with a little bit of Ashes and add some definition back into that outer corner. And now we can start working on the base makeup. I'm not going to prime my face today because I did my skincare right before filming, so I feel like I already have a good moisturized base going. But the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Sand. And this is a little bit darker, and I'm going to use this to spot conceal. And then I'm going to let that actually sit for a moment. Next, I'm going to be taking my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector in the shade Light to Medium, and I'm going to be using that to brighten up my under eye. I like to apply this with my finger and just kind of pat that in. I kind of bring it up over by my nose and then out by the outer corner. This just brightens the under eye. Like, you can see the difference. I know that I had a lot of fallout underneath this eye, but I feel like that kind of helps with that too. It just, this side looks so much brighter and better than the other side. If I was doing like a no makeup day, I feel like I could probably get away with putting this under my eye with no concealer on top of it. It's like peachy enough that it corrects, but it's not so peachy that it looks like you just put something like bright pink underneath your eye. Now I'm going to take a little blending brush and blend out the concealer that is sitting on top of my blemishes. I'm not going to buff it, I'm just going to kind of pat it in. Now that that is all blended in, I'm going to go in with my foundation. And for my foundation today, of course, I'm going to be using my Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. And I'm going to blend this in. Typically, I do like to apply this with a brush, but because I put that concealer underneath it, it's going to be best to apply it with a sponge, only because I don't want to disturb the concealer that is underneath. Kona, no. I'm going to be taking my Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer, and I'm going to try another application technique today. Today I'm going to be using my sponge, and I'm just going to pick some up on the butt of my sponge and bounce that on my cheeks. Honestly, I think this is my favorite application so far. I just have so much scarring on my cheeks, and I felt like every single time that I've blended it out with a brush before this, it's blended away any of the foundation or concealer that I've had on the scars, and it's just made my scars a lot more prominent. But bouncing in the bronzer like this instead of rubbing it, I think has helped. Yay! This is where I'm going to keep the bronzer for right now. And now I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer and applying just a tiny, tiny bit of this on my under eyes. And I'm going to blend that out with my sponge again. going to set the under eyes, and I really am enjoying how glowy I look today, so I am literally just going to set right underneath my eyes and not even the rest of my T-zone, which I normally always do. I'm going to set my smile lines. Perfect. Now I'm going to do my brows, and I am just going to be taking my ABH Clear Brow Gel and brushing my eyebrows up today. And that is all I'm going to do to them. Just like that, the fluffiest of all the brows. Now let's finish off the eyeshadow. I'm going to be mixing He Devil and Cayenne again and blending that right on my lower lash line. And now I'm going to be taking my NYX Jolie gel pencil liner and lining my waterline. Next, I'm going to highlight my brow bone with the shade Ounce from the palette. It is a kind of creamy bone colored eyeshadow with the tiniest little bit of shimmer in it. It's not super intense shimmer, but it's just like a touch of like satin. And then I'm going to be taking my Smashbox Superfan Fanned Out Mascara and applying a generous 2 coats to my top lashes. The eyes are completely done, so now I'm going to be taking my Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea, and I'm going to be doing the wave technique, which is just tapping across the cheeks, up and over the nose, kind of where you would typically put your blush. This technique was originated by Julia Adams, and it is my favorite bronzer technique now. It's so pretty. And I'm going to take whatever's left on the brush and blend that across my neck. And for blush, I'm going to be taking my Finding Ferdinand blush in the shade Skinny Dip, patting that right on my cheeks and kind of coming up to where I would put my highlighter, really close to my under eyes. And then for highlight, I'm going to be taking my ColourPop Super Shock highlight in the shade On the Cusp, and I'm going to be swirling that around on my cheekbones, really layering it up so I get my preferred level of glow. Taking whatever's left on the brush up and over my forehead, and then across my chin and upper lip. Then going in with a small, fluffy, tapered brush, I'm going to put some right out here at the corner of my eyes, and then down my nose, just like that. And before I move on to lips, of course, I have to draw on my freckles. Now I'm going to be taking my Pacifica Coconut Essence Hydro Mist and giving myself a healthy spray. And for my lips today, I'm going to be taking my Caked Makeup Lip Fondant in the shade Girl Crush. And that is it for this. I decided I'm actually going to be leaving my hair like this because I think it actually looks kind of good. And the earrings, I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of a look. So I think my skin looks amazing. I'm not sure I had actually ever tried these specific products all together, but I think it looks so good. It's very fresh and very luminous, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. The eyes, gorgeous, lip color, everything I could ever want in a red orange lipstick. I hope you enjoyed getting ready with me, and I hope you don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. I hope we're all staying safe and staying healthy, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye.